Financial Tips for Young Adults. Hi there, it's Luigi, and welcome to Catapult Capitalism, your guide in making smart financial moves for your future. If you enjoy watching our videos, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated whenever we upload a new video. In today's video, we will share with you some financial tips that are useful for young adults. If you like these kinds of videos, then keep on watching. A class named Finance for Young Adults isn't frequently part of a high school curriculum, which leaves many young people in the dark about how to manage their money, apply for credit, and avoid debt. Despite some progress, for example, in 2022, 23 US states required a personal finance course and 25 required an economics course for high school graduation, this age group still has significant knowledge gaps. Basic economic and financial education in high schools should benefit at least a portion of the future generation, but young adults in the key post-high school years must also master basic money teachings. Let's look at some of the most crucial guidelines for getting your money back on track. The younger you are, the longer your savings and investments have to grow. Therefore, the sooner you start, the better. Exercise self-control by paying with cash rather than credit. If you're lucky, your parents taught you self-control as a child. If not, remember that the sooner you master the important life skill of deferring gratification, the sooner you'll be able to maintain your personal finances in order as a habit. One of the most important strategies to exercise financial self-control is also one of the simplest. If you wait until you've saved enough money for whatever it is you require, you can use a debit card instead of a credit card for all everyday expenditures. A debit card immediately deducts funds from your checking account with no additional fees, but a credit card is essentially a high-interest loan unless you can afford to pay off the balance in full every month. If you develop the risky habit of putting all your purchases on credit cards, you will not only be paying interest on a pair of trousers or a box of cereal, but you may also be paying for those products in 10 years. Credit cards are obviously useful. Some offer excellent benefits, and paying them off in time aids in the development of a solid credit score. However, it is critical that you use them to your advantage and not the lender's, who gains from your bad habit of amassing interest-bearing balances. It might be a good idea to keep credit cards solely for emergencies. Also, always pay your payment in full when it arrives. Another thing, don't apply for every credit offer you get, and never carry more cards than you can manage. Avoid bad advice by educating yourself. If you don't learn to handle your money, others will find ways to do so for you. Some of these people, such as unethical financial advisors, may have terrible intentions. Others, such as relatives who make blanket comments about the significance of owning your own home, even though the only way you could afford to buy right now would be to take on a risky adjustable rate mortgage, may be well-meaning but not fully educated about your situation. Instead of relying on uninformed counsel, take control of your financial future by reading a few simple personal finance books. Once you've armed yourself with knowledge, don't allow anyone to derail you and get you off track. Whether it's a significant other who drains your bank account or buddies who urge you to go out and waste money with them every weekend. Put yourself first. Create an emergency fund. Pay yourself first, as the saying goes in personal finance, involves saving money for emergencies and the future. This simple technique will not only keep you out of financial difficulties, but it will also help you sleep better at night. Even on the most limited of budgets, regardless of how much you owe in student loans or credit card debt, or how low your wage is, there are methods to put at least some of your money into an emergency fund each month. Another advantage is that if you develop the practice of automatically putting money aside for savings, you will stop viewing savings as optional and begin to view them as a necessary monthly expense. With good savings habits, you'll soon have more than simply an emergency fund. You'll have money for retirement, vacation, or even a down payment for a house. If you place your money in a traditional savings account, it will be safe and accessible anytime you need it. However, because that type of account earns nearly no interest, inflation will destroy the value of your money over time. You can instead place your capital in a high-yield savings account, a short-term certificate of deposit or CD, or a money market account. Simply ensure that the terms of your savings vehicle allows you to access your money promptly in an emergency. Begin putting money down for retirement. Just as your parents sent you to kindergarten to prepare you for success in a world that looked eons away, you must plan for retirement well in advance. That is, right now. Learning about the power of compound interest is a great approach to getting started on the right track. Once you've done so, the wisdom of establishing a retirement fund as soon as feasible will be clear. Compound interest can be thought of as interest on interest, which means that you will earn interest not only on the principal, but also on the interest, the money the bank pays you for holding your principal. Compound interest boosts your savings by growing your money at a considerably quicker pace than simple interest, which is computed simply on the principal. Why start investing for retirement in your 20s? Again, because of the way compound interest works, the sooner you start saving, the less principal you need to invest to reach the amount needed to retire. Here's an illustration. You begin investing in the market with $100 per month, averaging a positive return of 1% per month, which is 12% per year, compounded monthly over 40 years. Your friend of the same age begins investing 30 years later and invests $1,000 per month for 10 years, averaging 1% per month, which is again 12% per year, compounded monthly. Your acquaintance will have saved approximately $230,000 after 10 years. Your retirement account will be little more than $1.17 million. Company-sponsored retirement plans are an excellent option. Not only can you contribute pre-tax monies, which lowers your income tax, but many firms will match a portion of your donation, effectively giving you free money. Contribution limits for 401ks are typically higher than those for individual retirement accounts or IRAs. But any employer-sponsored plan that you are fortunate enough to be offered is a step toward financial wellness. Don't give up if you don't have access to a company plan. Self-employed individuals have several possibilities for creating retirement plans. Others can form their own IRAs, allowing a specified amount of money to be withdrawn from their savings account and deposited straight into their IRA each month. Even if it's a modest amount, it will eventually add up to something significant. Take care of your health. If paying monthly health insurance premiums seems difficult, what will you do if you need to go to the emergency department, where even a small ailment like a fractured bone can cost thousands of dollars? Don't put off applying for health insurance if you're uninsured. It is far more common than you think to be involved in an automobile accident or to trip and tumble down a flight of stairs. Remember, you don't need an MBA in finance or even specific training to become a financial management expert. Following these tips can put you on the path to financial security, which is the foundation upon which the rest of your aspirations can be built. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for tuning in to Catapult Capitalism, and we'll see you later.